Dentsu's expansion in China. Now this is thoughtful. Hello, I'm Kitty Boo in Shanghai. Today we're talking about Dentsu, Japan's largest ad agency. The company is extremely profitable and influential in Japan, both in advertising and media, but it has struggled to succeed elsewhere. Despite deep pockets and a strong desire to expand, strategies that worked for Dentsu in Japan didn't work overseas. It couldn't hold on to major Japanese clients in foreign markets, and it was unable to acquire major media like TV stations in many foreign countries, as it did back home. This is especially true in China, where most media is state-owned. Dentsu has also tried to partner with foreign companies like Young and Rubicam, Become3, and Publicis, but these partnerships struggle to bridge the cultural gap between Japanese and Western business styles. Now this week on Thoughtful China, we're talking with Tim Andree, who joined Dentsu in 2006 as CEO of North America. Today, he's president and CEO of the Dentsu Network, which connects Dentsu's international operations in 29 countries, and the driving force behind Dentsu's latest expansion strategy, a string of savvy acquisitions like Aegis Group. Tim, welcome to our show. You've taken a new strategy to grow Dentsu outside Japan by focusing on a series of mergers and acquisitions. So in addition to Aegis, Dentsu also bought Eddic, Firstborn 360i, Innovation Interactive, and McGarryBowen, which is the reason you're here today, because McGarryBowen opened its first Asian office in Shanghai. So my question is, why did you decide that was the right time for McGarryBowen to open shop in China?
Well, the reason we're opening McGarryBowen here is to service our clients, which is the same reason that we've been acquiring companies and investing in talent around the world. We're trying very hard to find ways, better ways to serve our clients. And our clients are asking for three things. They're asking for really great services and ideas. They're asking them to be integrated for them, and they're asking for them to be delivered on a global level. And McGarryBowen has, over the past 10 years, amassed quite a client list in North America. It's probably a historic run of success. And now those clients are asking for them to service them in broader ways, and including in regions outside the United States. So that's, we opened earlier this year an office in the UK and an office in Germany, and now we're obviously coming to China because of the importance of this market to the world economy and to our clients around the world.
So you opened this shop partially because of the request of your clients?
Clearly, yes. We've been doing some project work for some of our clients, and we expect to be able to do more now that we're really putting our flag down and becoming part of the community here.
Well, McGarryBowen has been expanded very fast in the U.S. With new business wins, and in early 2012, it was named Ad Age's Agency of the Year for the second time, actually in 3 years. Now there's expansion into Asia. Is there a danger for the company to grow too fast?
Well, clearly McGarryBowen's rise in the advertising community in America is unprecedented. Nobody's ever done what they've done. Their historic growth, is something where we're all in uncharted territory. But we feel that as long as we stay focused on our clients, making sure that we give them work that works, and making sure that we attract talent, align it well, and localize our operations as we move into new markets, we think that the formula works well. Staying focused on clients and making sure that you achieve their objectives always works. And so I'm not so worried about their growth rate. I'm just want to make sure that they continue to do what they've been doing for the past 10 years, is making their clients successful. That'll be the formula for their success here.
Let's talk about the market here. Well, China has not been the easiest place for anyone, really, both politically and culturally. So how does that affect your strategy for growing business in China? What is your business plan here?
Well, I've found now in the past 6 years working with Dentsu, and as my role has internationalized a great bit, there's no easy markets. You really have to understand the culture, find talent in the market, empower that talent to succeed. For Dentsu, our strategy in the past has worked fairly well in China. Our strategy globally, original strategy, were really two things. We wanted to service our Japanese clients. So when our Japanese clients moved into a market, we would open up offices and send talent in to service them. And that's built us a certain amount of business here in China. But as you become a global player, clearly we want to be able to compete and win and build agencies in every market where we operate that are among the best. So it's going to take a more diversified talent pool than just having the ability to serve our Japanese clients here. The other change for us is that we've really started to amass a client list of more than just Japanese clients. 6 years ago, our top 10 clients were all Japanese brands. Now, 5 of our top 10 clients are non-Japanese brands, and they're operating all over the globe. So that dynamic's causing a change in our strategy, and it's for the best. We're becoming a much more international company and a much more competitive organization vis-a-vis the biggest players in the market.
Can Dentsu compete in pitches marketers are increasingly organizing at the holding company level, though? The last couple, like Huawei and GSK, came down to WPP versus Omnicom, and WPP ended up winning both. So my question is, Dentsu usually seems to be left out of these type of pitches or kind of getting knocked out at the beginning. So how do you think you're able or equipped for pitches like this?
I believe 5 years ago we never would have been invited to those pitches, and now we're being invited. And as we continue to evolve and develop, we're going to get much more competitive in global pitches. Recently, and I think as you know, this summer we made arrangements to acquire another large holding company called Aegis. And what Aegis will do for us when ultimately we close the deal is we're increasing greatly our global scope. We're moving from being able to operate in 29 markets to 80 markets. And we're really increasing our media and digital capability. So with increased capability and with continuing to win the battle for talent, we think that's going to qualify us more and more for global leadership. And that's our intention. I think the next century is going to be Asia's century. And I believe that Dentsu is going to be the first kind of global player headquartered in Asia to lead the communications industry.
Let's talk about your personal experience here. You are the first non-Japanese company executive in the company, and that must have been tough starting out, right? And Japan is not the easiest place for a foreigner to assimilate. So what was that like?
Well, it was a great honor, actually. I've lived and worked in Japan for a long time. I grew up in this business on the client side. So I have tremendous empathy for clients, and frankly, my first job on the agency side of this business was with Dentsu. And we had some quick success in North America, and then my role began to change, and I was asked to take a more global role. And I haven't really noticed all that much difficulty in kind of breaking into the management decision process at Dentsu. We're a very kind of flat organization. And we believe in entrepreneurship, we believe in creativity, and we believe in putting our clients first. And when you do that, the ideas can come from anywhere. So I've been greatly encouraged with the amount of support we've received from our board. As you mentioned, in the past, we had not been as acquisitive as we have been. And that really hasn't been a financial strategy. That's been a strategy to go get talent. We're not buying companies and capabilities that we already have. We're looking at what does our client need and which markets and what capabilities don't we have. We're looking to invest in them so that we can be a better organization for our clients. So part of our strategy has been M&A, and that's needed support from our board in Japan, and they've given me all the support that I've needed. And part of that strategy has been recruiting good people. It's kind of funny, we've become a talent magnet. I had a journalist ask me a few years ago, they said, Dentsu used to be a place where talent went to die at the end of their career, and now you're a talent magnet. You're getting the best people in the industry. What's happened? And I think people are recognizing we're not yet what we're going to be. We're becoming something new. Just most recently, we hired a gentleman who had great experience here in China, Dick von Mottman. He had led another organization here in China, and he's now joined us as our CEO of our ASEAN region. So I see that as all the idea that we're really internationalizing as an organization. And I may be the first executive officer that's non-Japanese at our company, but I'm not going to be the last, that's for sure.
But you will probably be the only non-Japanese executive who also plays basketball professionally.
That's right.
So,
I'm the world's tallest Japanese executive, that's true.
So you were drafted by Chicago Bulls to play basketball, and you have played in Spain, Italy, and Japan. So how does that sports connection help you here? I know a lot of Chinese people are huge fans of basketball.
Well, I think having a sports background is important, both attitudinally. I think sports is a great place to learn and build character, and really developing the will to win. And so I'm very proud that I used to work in sports and tried to play sports competitively. I think basketball is a tremendous sport in an analogy to our business, to what we do as agency people. It's not golf, it's not tennis, it's not about the individual, it's a team sport. And I used to say, it takes 10 hands to score a basket. There's 5 guys on the court. It's very much like jazz. It's not, it's improvisational. So I think that attitude and what I got out of basketball, the will to win, team play, and being able to improvise and use the talent around was a good starting point. I think the Chinese basketball market's fantastic. In my career, I actually spent a good bit of time here. I was with the NBA just before joining Dentsu, and in 2004, along with Commissioner Stern, we brought Yao Ming and the Houston Rockets back here, and I got a real taste of the love and the fervor and the knowledge and the talent of basketball in this market. So it's a great sport. I'm glad it was a part of my past. And one sad day, a basketball coach looked me in the eye and said I had a great career ahead of me in business. That's what set me out of the basketball world. So.
Well, very well, Tim. Thank you very much for being on Thoughtful China.
Thank you, Kitty.